It was a typical Monday teleworking for Biff when he began to make bad decisions. We may never know the route he took that day, but he ended up at the Fearless Mods garage. The work that ensued was fraught with safety violations. It was as if Biff was challenging the car gods to try something. He was at the bottom of a downward spiral when the worst happened. What will become of the Stinger build? Will he be able to recover from this? Tune in to see in the next episode of Unsolved Fearless Mods Mysteries.
Hey guys, what is up? It's Biff, and you're back at the Fearless Mods garage working on this 2019 Kia Stinger GTS. And yes, I screwed up royally, and I took a car that had no broken glass and I destroyed the rear glass by dropping a hammer from the top of a ladder into the middle of the window. I am so thankful it didn't hit this quarter panel, or the roof, or the sunroof, or the deck lid. Nothing metal needs to be fixed, though not cheap. It's a simple rear glass replacement. So that's what we've got. We've already got the new one in, but that's probably gonna be one of the last things we do putting this back together, because as I continue to go through painting it, my plan is to go ahead and paint the entire top of this roof line black all the way back. And now what that allows me to do is when this glass is out, I can bring those black stripes nicely down in all the way to the flange of the opening and then cover the glass on it, and it will look pristine. I'm hoping the third light, brake light, is okay because it appears to be kind of under the impact point of the hammer. It did happen just like the recreation showed it. Was raising the door for the last time and the ladder was caught on it. It tipped it, I caught it, but the hammer slid off and landed directly on the window. Today's episode is going to be getting the hood on, finishing up the driver's airbag, finishing up the module and getting the center console all put back together and putting in the seat belts that we've got for the front. We're not ready for the front seat yet, still waiting on a pad to come in on the slow boat from Korea for that. But as soon as we got that, that'll be a special episode only because there's nothing out there showing you how to take apart the seat covering on a Kia Stinger front seat. The last thing we're gonna do is just a little bit more color matching. I've been going back and forth with Sherwin-Williams, but we're not that far off from the exterior color of the car. It's inside that hood area and where everything just had a base coat with no clear coat on it and was on a different substrate color that we're not quite getting a good color match. Not too concerned about that. We'll make sure the outside of this looks great and that we can get our blends just fine. So let's go ahead and get to work on the inside of the car like we said and make some progress on the Kia Stinger. All right guys, so here we are. We got our pigtails for the airbag, so we're gonna go ahead with some shrink wrap here and get this all put together so we can finish out this airbag. I do still have the old connectors on there so I can make a comparison, make sure I have the right wires going in the right place, and I do also have that documented in the previous video footage so I can go back and review it if I need to make sure that we got these absolutely 100% correct. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some wiring work here. Snip, solder, keep them roughly the same length because I don't want to change any impedance issues along the wire. We've got our pink one and we've got our purple one. They have different color wires on them, so I'm just going to make sure they're going into the same side of the connector. You can see here that I pulled off the black tubing and I put on the yellow tubing in here. And I put them all through the one tube. I didn't need to use both of them. No big deal. I took the pink connector and I snipped the wires at the same length. I bared just a little bit of the ends of them, as you can see, and then I have the 2 wires that go with them. So my plan is to slide these shrink tubes over them. So I've got those slid down in there pretty good to give me some room to slide them back up and shrink them on once I'm done. It shouldn't take a whole lot of heat. I've got some flux here. I'm just going to dip the ends of the wires into some flux, and then now it's just time to tin these things and solder them on. Solder seems like it should be real easy to do, but it's not always super simple. So we got a couple that are real pretty and shrink wrapped, and a couple that are not quite as pretty, but electrical taped with some high quality electrical tape. We've got the sleeve on here holding the 2 together. They're in the proper configuration, and if we want to be sure, dark green and brown going to this side of the purple one, and then light green and white going to this side of the pink one. So everything looks good to go. We'll slide this yellow sleeve back up on here a little bit to make sure that our ends of either the tape or the shrink wrap are secured by that. So that looks good. These are ready to go onto our airbag. So now we'll simply take our airbag. That one's popped in. That one's popped in. Those are both in there. We will run this through the little white clip here and snap it in. So those are all on and laying down. You should be able to see that. Now we just got to get this horn on here. There we go. Horn and airbags are in and ready. Everything looks good. Our connector's all seated. Everything's looking good. Nothing's in the way. And there is our driver's airbag. 100% complete. 1, 2, 3 airbags down. Now we just got to get the seat. I did run into some problems trying to get that thing reupholstered. The upholstery shops aren't like the old mom and pop shops that used to be able to go pay and do anything. They are now worried about lawsuits, understandably so. So there are legal reasons why they don't want to do a airbag restitching. I went back to the good guys at Offenburg Kia and bought an OEM seat cover for the back and an OEM pad. So as soon as those get in, we'll be able to slap that together and put that on. That'll be a new one for me, but that should be 100% back to factory. We got everything back from Safety Restore. We got the module, and we got the front seat belts with the nice new stitching. That's gonna look fantastic. So let's go ahead and start off by getting the module put in here. We'll start putting the center console back together, and then we'll be ready to go ahead and install the seat belts. Easy enough to do. We put the 2 connectors back in there and slid these over so that they pulled themselves in and clicked into place. We made sure we got our grounding wire on this corner, bolted down the 3 bolts, threw a Velcro back over there, and that is complete. Now we can go ahead and start putting together this center console again. Console's been slid back in there. I reattached the blue connector on the top, the white connector, and the USB underneath. And then now I've got everything setting down in there. I put it back into park. You can see my holes lining up right here that I need to put in. And these 2 holes are lining up here to put the bolts in here. So that's what I'll do next. I got my wires routed up through here so they can go ahead and hook up everything else on the underside of the console. So now it's just a matter of going ahead and bolting everything back in and snapping some trim in place. We put in these 2 bolts, 1 on each side, in addition to the ones I just showed you, and now we'll take this piece of trim, slide the front tab in, and then just pop these all into place. Now we've got these 3 plugs here. One goes into the console, and these 2 will go into the back here. Okay, center console is complete. So now we will go ahead and start putting together these seat belts. So we got 2 of these seat belts back for the fronts. This one says LH, so that's our left hand. This one is our right hand. We've got the rebuilt ball bearing actuator here and detonator. They've put our pieces back on here. They've restrung the whole thing with the new seatbelt material. And then we've got this one that has been reset. It's not all scrunched up here anymore. And it's reset with room to plunge again to come out this way with a new firing mechanism. So this is ready to install. So we just had to put this bracket back on here with the spacers and everything in the right way that wraps around there, and now we're ready to install. Okay, so one thing that happened is when this seatbelt blew and cinched everything down, it snapped the little piece of plastic in here that when you push down on this button allows this to pull in so that you can adjust the height of the seatbelt up and down. So my guess is I'm not going to be able to get just this. I'm going to have to get the whole contraption that goes over here so that we can adjust the height of that up and down. But for now, we can go ahead and get it installed and use it. We just need to replace it. We can go ahead and put the bottom panel on and then move to the left side. Okay, so one thing I forgot to do was put these on. These have to be threaded up through the seatbelt, so I went ahead and removed the lap cinch down. I'm going to thread it through here. So now that we got that on and snapped in, we can go ahead and put the secondary back in place, and this side we'll be able to put the bottom in and finish it up. That side we'll go ahead and put it on just so it's up there. We'll leave it hanging loosely, but it's got to be threaded through, so at least that way once we get that new part we can go ahead and put it in there and this will already be on. We're going to start to look a little bit at this color match and see what's going on there. So I went back to Sherwin-Williams and explained the issue to him with the white sealer being very bright and giving us some very vibrant oranges. I have a couple places I'll show you here where we can look at it, but one thing that we did, he agreed with it. I showed him some of the video footage from the last episode. So he gave me a couple paint cards here. They have more of a gray on one half and a black on the other half. And I'm just gonna shoot these cards to get a little bit, or at least one of them, to get a little bit better look of what happens here when we coat it like this. I'll probably shoot both of them so I can use them in different places. But I wanna see on the car how this compares. Where I pulled off those sticky tabs off of the DOT stickers for the Kia OEM part, it doesn't look as bad. So let's get it under a little bit of LED light here and see really how it compares, and if to the naked eye and to the camera, and see maybe we're a little closer than we really think. You can see the piece of tape right here, and one thing I notice is it's not complete coverage. I'm seeing just a little bit of maybe sealer showing through, but then again, it was located on the side of this hood over here where I might not have been getting as good a coverage there as I was on top where I was laying the coats down straight down on it. Other than that, with direct light, the color looks pretty dang close. So when I do these cards, I'm gonna make sure that I get good coats on it, and at least 3 coats, maybe 4, to get a good representative look at what it would be like to have a darker sealer than that white when I put it up against this. coat number 2. All right guys, this will be number 4. I'm a little bit concerned here with the coverage, and mainly because if it's gonna take 5 coats on the car, I'm not gonna have enough paint. So let's give it the 4th coat here and see if we require a 5th. I'm thinking we will. Okay, this will be the last coat. I moved over here where the breeze is not quite as strong. Got a little blockage from the door here, so 5th coat, final, and then we'll let them dry and do some comparison checking. We've got the paint strip here that's working out pretty good. These are the 2 that I did with no clear coat, just 5 base coats over the color cards, and they look just a little bit dark against the orange, so I think white is going to be the way to go. First we're going to put the sealer, the white sealer on there, then 3 coats, 4 coats, 5 coats of base, and then clear coat it, and we will be able to then pick which of those works best for our application. 2 coats of sealer, so let's start with our first coat of orange. That's 2 coats, still got a little bit of the white showing through, so this will be coat number 3 before we start taping it off, so we can do 4 and 5. And here we are with 3, 4, and 5 coats. Boy, that is really hard to tell. This is outside in the sunlight. That one looks really good, but it's just a little thin. You can see a little bit of the white coming through, I think. And then 4 looks just a little bit dark, but I don't know, that might be about right. Let me take a look at it inside under LED. So what am I seeing? To me, this still looks just a little bit light. That's probably gonna be the closest, and that is starting to get too dark. Interesting, because how much it darkened up between the 3rd and the 4th coat. Good.
That sounds insane. It's aggressive.
A lot of great noise, but no power. But yeah, it's just going to take a lot of sanding on the outsides here, and then a little bit of body work left here and here. Good to go. I think it's got even more power because of the broken glass. So alright guys, that is going to be it for the color matching. We're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up, bring it to a close. It's been a fun one. I hope you enjoyed it, and we've got more work to do with painting, but the next time you come back, we're going to start putting the front end of this baby together. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to start really looking like we are getting close at that point, and then we'll be getting ready for paint, a little extra body work, and yeah, it's going to start going fast. I know I say that all the time, but anyway, hey guys, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Keep coming back to Fearless Mods. We'll catch you again real soon. Take care.